Hey, this is Jeremy with Crush It Sales Automation. I wanted to kind of go through this all again to make it completely intelligible. If you're struggling to find warm sales leads repetitively, how long would it take if we were able to give you 15 to 20,000 researched, validated, ideal customer profile sales contacts to your company? I mean, this is massive scale, and this is what Crush It Sales Automation does. This is what we've been doing and perfected for our companies, and now we're helping other companies that we're passionate about or believe in do the same to make them virtually unstoppable long term. So we're providing 15 to 20 ideal customer profile sales leads per month, guaranteed. And the primary pillar of this is list building. We're pulling upwards of 1,000 leads a day, researched on your criteria for your ideal customer profile. We're validating them, so we're getting the correct email address and information, and adding them to either a master list that you can easily import into your CRM, and then dumping them into an email funnel that we'll set up for you and run to warm them up and nurture them so that they're warming up and gradually starting to raise their hand and express interest in having a warm meeting with your sales team. Adding up to 15 to 20,000 validated killer contacts per month, which is massive and huge and totally empowering versus selling one-to-one or buying ads or whatever else you would do. And you own this information once we give it to you. We run it for you generally, but you will own it. The second pillar of that, leveraging this large list that we'd be building for you, is content development. We're creating blog or video content based around keyword research, intent-based hopefully, where there's enough search and low competition where we can start to get traction in SEO and boost your website traffic organically. We're also doing a lot of what's called social listening. I know not a lot of people maybe know what that means, but scraping LinkedIn and premier forums and blog sites where your ideal customer profile candidates contacts are engaged in social media, and choosing the most engaging topics where there's a lot of interest in them, and creating content for your website and distribution based around those ideas and how maybe your product or service mitigates or solves those problems in some way, which is huge. Our open rates literally went from 20 to 40% on cold email by instituting more social listening based topics. Then number 3, we take that content and we distribute it, because if it's just on your website, that's great and it'll build slowly, perpetually really, but it takes a long time. But if we take that content and add it as fuel to the fire for your massive list that we're building you, we email it out to this 15 to 20,000 per month growing contact list that we're building for you in your email marketing platform, and then we social post it out to all your main social sites that drive traffic to your site. So you're just getting more and more exposure on that same one piece of content that we're building for you per week, which is massive and builds traffic, builds referrals. There's all kinds of benefits to that. And then you can take the list that we built for you and secondarily upload it into Google or LinkedIn or different platforms and remarket to the massive list at a fraction of the cost of what it costs you to run forward-facing ads. If you're paying $5 to $20 a click for no guaranteed sale, you can run remarketing ads for 25 cents to maybe 50 cents a click on a list that you own of your ideal customer profile candidates or sales targets, which is massive and should save you tens of thousands of dollars probably if you're spending a lot on ads, and I know a lot of people are. And then what does this do? This drives warm inbound leads that build in perpetuity while you sleep or while you're building new products and services at your company, which is massive. It takes a little bit of time, but once the flywheel or the loop builds and perpetuates itself, it just keeps building. It's compounding. And number 6, within 6 to 12 months, You should have a complete, total addressable market list of your ideal customer profile, sales targets, completely done. You own it. It's in your CRM. It's in your email marketing, whether it's cold or warm email marketing system. We use both. And you're just marketing to it at scale. No more one-to-one selling. You're marketing. I mean, you can pick your best or favorite sales targets and really go after those on the phone, or high-value sales targets. But let the machine work for you in the peripheral to build warm leads and people raising their hands. So you have warm meetings with people that already know what you're doing and what your place in the market is and what you add value to, so that your sales reps, and number 7 this leads into, are spending their time closing and onboarding clients, not prospecting. They're spending their time on higher value activities where they're not just making 50 to 100 cold calls a day hoping to get like 1 or 2 semi-warm responses. They're actually, we're setting up the meetings via your email marketing funnel, and people naturally raising their hand when they're interested in your product or service or the things that you do. And that's massive as far as efficiency and cost savings, and maybe not having to have as big a sales team, maybe just a few people that are closing and onboarding. And number 8, I mean, once we're done with this, you own it. And then so you own the list, we run the content and distribution for you, and it basically makes you unstoppable. I mean, seriously, once you own the list and we continue to slowly build onto it, and we're building this content and content distribution flywheel to create perpetual warm leads, it literally makes you unstoppable. Kind of like what we've done with some of our companies, but learning this process and perfecting this process so that we can now offer it to companies that we admire or are passionate about and kind of want to partner up with and help you crush your sales as well. In addition to that, I mean, we're getting into we've been building some AI outbound sales agents that can do cold calling and prospecting and lead creation, logging stuff into your CRM, and sending email notifications of the prospective sales candidate's phone number and email so that your team can act on that. And also AI automations and low-code tools like make.com, just to kind of further automate maybe your CRM if it doesn't have all the bells and whistles that you want. But this is the perpetual lead generation flywheel, starting with list building at its core, so that you own your total addressable market list and you can market to it at scale perpetually to grow your sales goals wherever you want. So if you understand some of this or all of this, or you want to have a meeting and kind of talk through how this would play out in your particular niche or segment or for your company, I'd be happy to kind of walk you through it, give you my tips and tricks, and get you set up. These are things that we can do on a fractional basis, literally for about what you would pay for maybe a mid-tier marketing person or a base salary for a salesperson, where we're building you a massive total addressable market perpetual marketing machine to just give you warm leads at scale and perpetuity, really. So I think this is super exciting. This has really helped us in some crazy markets that our companies have been in, where we just weren't getting traction selling one-to-one. But I'd be happy to have a meeting with you, 619-885-8188 or jeremy@crushitsalesautomation.com. I hope you're having an amazing week, and let's crush it more together this year. Talk to you soon.